From News Channel 7, time for 7 First Alert weather.
We're continuing to see those stormy conditions across southern Idaho. This is the view over in McCall, and they've seen off and on showers throughout the day, and some of our mountain spots are continuing to see lightning right now. And so you can see storms and clouds building, a couple showers moving throughout the day, and off and on, and now it looks like a little bit more is building over the mountains in the distance there. And it's a similar view over in Sun Valley as well. Yesterday there was even a severe thunderstorm warning in place for Haley just south of Sun Valley, but you can see some very stormy looking skies over in Sun Valley too, and that will be reflected on our radar as well. Here's what's going on right now. You can see very active all over Idaho, southern Idaho right now. One of those stronger storms moving through Twin Falls, and you can see that it is now just starting to move out of the area but producing lots of lightning. I would think there's even a chance of seeing some small hail with that one. Over to the mountains that we just looked at, you can see some of those showers starting to wind down a little bit right now, but earlier we saw lots of lightning with those scattered showers, and then one stronger cell that was moving south of Ontario and looping back to the north over north of Sweet, where there is a flash flood warning in place north of Ola. And here are some of the things that we're going to be continuing to see with these storm chances. I have these in order of likelihood. So lightning is the most likely for some of these storms, and a lot of them are actually a little on the slow moving side. So localized flooding and flash flooding is possible. And then on the possible side, but a little less likely, is going to be that small hail. And you might be wondering, well, it's May and Memorial Day weekend, what does our weather typically look like? Well, the warmest has been 96 degrees in 1887, the coldest 50 degrees in 1980, which, by the way, last year we were much closer to this coldest one right here, where we had those high temperatures in the 50s. And in the wettest category, almost an inch of rain, which would be almost a tenth of our annual rain that we would typically see for Boise, but we're very close to average. So if anything, it's pretty average for temperatures, but the storm activity is definitely active today. So here is what one model predicts these storms, how this model predicts the storms to move throughout the afternoon. You can see a lot of that activity continuing through the next hour or so. But then as we go a little later into the evening, you'll see by 10 o'clock a lot of that winding down tonight. So then calmer in the overnight hours and into the morning tomorrow. It's a slower start on Sunday than we have today, so you can see a little bit less activity. We're going to see this low pressure that's been responsible for some of these storms start to weaken. So we see a little bit less storm chances as we go into tomorrow, and even more so into Monday. So the storming chances will be diminishing each day. But here's the temperatures that we're expecting for tomorrow, and some of those storm chances I think are going to be a little bit more confined into Sun Valley and Stanley for the central mountains. Over to the west central mountains, we're going to see a little bit more of that moisture and those chances for stronger storms. But I think for valley locations, we're going to be seeing even less of those chances for storms, though I wouldn't rule out an isolated shower or two in valley spots. So here's your 7-day forecast. You can see by Monday, we get a little bit of clearing, more warming up. And then Wednesday, we have a cold front that's going to be moving through, dropping our temperatures and keeping with the stormy pattern. Shira?
All right. Thanks, Sophia.